New DNA evidence may have a dramatic effect on the horrific murder case that shocked the nation, and one victim's father issues a serious threat. It's been over half a year since the tragic Idaho murders, and new details have been revealed in the case. On November 13, 2022, 4 University of Idaho students were brutally murdered at their home near the Moscow, Idaho campus. 21-year-old Madison Mogan, 21-year-old Kaylee Gonzalez, 20-year-old Ethan Chapin, and 20-year-old Xana Kernodle tragically lost their lives in the shocking attack. In the weeks that followed, authorities found themselves without an official suspect in custody, triggering a manhunt to find the perpetrator. Authorities conducted a thorough investigation in their relentless pursuit of the perpetrator behind the appalling crime. Eventually, they came across Bryan Kohberger, and an official arrest was made in late December. CNN reported that Kohberger was charged with 4 counts of murder in the first degree and a felony burglary charge. The sudden arrest left many curious as to how authorities had identified the student as a possible suspect in the murders. Ultimately, it came down to 2 things: his car and DNA. At the time of the murders, a white Hyundai Elantra was spotted near the scene, prompting an extensive search that eventually led authorities to Kohberger, whom they had closely monitored in the days prior to his arrest. Furthermore, the presence of DNA on a knife sheath discovered at the scene solidified his connection to the crime. Now, new details reveal how accurate this DNA match actually was. The knife sheath discovered at the scene of the murders played a big part in Bryan Kohberger's arrest. According to the New York Times, authorities had followed Kohberger to his parents' house, where they retrieved trash from the home and collected a DNA sample from Kohberger's father. Officials sent his father's DNA off to be tested against the DNA found on the knife sheath at the scene of the crime.
It was on this snap of the sheath, this snap right here, that was swabbed.
The results came back with a strong probability that the DNA from the garbage was the father of the person who handled the knife sheath. This ultimately aided in Kohberger's arrest, and now we have even more information about how Kohberger's DNA is a significant factor in the case. According to CNN, new court filings revealed that authorities obtained a cheek swab from the suspect while he remains in custody. They then used a common type of DNA test called a short tandem repeat analysis, or STR, to determine that Kohberger was a statistical match to the DNA found at the scene. Prosecutors revealed in the filing, the STR profile is at least 5.37 octillion times more likely to be seen if the defendant is the source than if an unrelated individual randomly selected from the general population is the source. As the evidence against Bryan Kohberger mounts, it becomes increasingly difficult to entertain the possibility of anyone else being responsible for the Idaho murders. Still, Kohberger, likely on the advice of his attorneys, has taken a coy approach regarding his plea. In May 2023, during a court appearance, Kohberger appeared in an orange jumpsuit and acknowledged his understanding of the charges, responding with a simple yes, as reported by CNN. However, that's about as much as the suspect spoke in court, because Kohberger remained silent when the judge asked about his plea.
Your Honor, we will be standing silent.
According to experts, to stand silent or stand mute means to withhold a clear stance on guilt or innocence. Typically, when a defendant stands silent, the judge records a not guilty plea, and CNN reports that is precisely what occurred in Kohberger's case. The former student now awaits his trial scheduled for October 2, 2023, and the public will soon learn whether Kohberger will face the possibility of the death penalty, as prosecutors have a 60-day window following his official plea to make this determination. Steve Gonzalez, Kaylee's father, is adamant about bringing justice down on Kohberger. ABC News reported that he shared, "I can't wait to see the evidence, and then I'm gonna bring it, and he's gonna realize that this is the family that's gonna make sure he doesn't get away with it."